for people who are poor, it's because they actually don't see reality for what it is. Because the way they see reality, they see making money to be impossible or incredibly difficult, or it's only for a certain select people, not for them.
Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle of financial struggle, thinking that wealth is reserved for a select few? What if I told you that getting rich is simpler than you've been led to believe? In a world where wealth often appears elusive, Alex Hormozi, a renowned entrepreneur who has mastered the art of business and personal growth, reveals powerful yet simple advice in a podcast with Lewis Howes that proves getting rich is easier than you think. Today, we're diving deep into Alex Hormozi's powerful guidance that could change your financial trajectory forever. Stay tuned, because this might be the most transformative video you'll watch this year. Point number 1, mindset and belief.
The biggest gifts I got from those wasn't even the education, but it was the perspectives on reality. It was people disproving things that I thought to be true. So I was like, this is the way the world is. And they were like, that's false. Mm-hmm. And my whole bit. And so I'm trying to think of an example of when, like, you can see something that, an easier example is like kids and parents, right? Like a kid thinks the world is a certain way and the parent's like, you just haven't seen enough stuff yet. And so, as you level up in the entrepreneur space, there's also just more levels of that where other people are like, this.
Let's start a discussion with understanding the power of mindset.
They're doing things that do not give them a lot of return on their time, right? And so it's like I could work, it doesn't matter how many hours I work at McDonald's, it's very, very difficult to become wealthy there, right? It's just almost near impossible, right? Versus like you could buy a building for $10 million and then sell it to somebody else for $11 million, just get the contract and make $1 million on the exchange.
Alex Hormozi isn't just a successful entrepreneur. He's a visionary who deeply comprehends the transformative power of mindset. Using his personal experience and observations as a guide, Alex highlights that our mindset is the filter through which we view the world. A growth mindset, as he often advocates, allows us to see challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and setbacks as setups for comebacks. He underscores that with the right mindset, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone, propelling us forward rather than holding us back.
And so I had a belief that I know I will work hard, and if I'm given the right tools, I will be able to implement them. And so I took all my extra money, and this is kind of, a lot of people might not necessarily agree with me on this, but it worked for me. So I put all of every dollar I had, even went into debt, to get access to communities and mentors and coaching programs and
Alex's perspective: money isn't the ultimate end goal, but rather a tool to achieve greater objectives. He elaborates on this, saying that while money can provide comfort and security, it's the impact and legacy we leave behind that truly defines success. By detaching from the societal obsession with wealth accumulation and instead focusing on value creation, we can achieve a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. He believes that true success stems from authenticity and staying true to one's values. By understanding our why and ensuring that our actions resonate with our beliefs, we can navigate the business world with integrity and passion. This alignment not only leads to financial success, but also to personal growth and a deeper sense of fulfillment. Alex's philosophy revolves around the idea that the journey is more valuable than the destination. He emphasizes that while achieving wealth and success is commendable, it's the personal and professional growth along the way that truly matters.
Writing lyrics, and it's like, okay, so that's another
producing,
skill. Right, and exactly. Then he learned producing, and then he learned marketing, and then he learned
performing on stages or something.
Yes, and then he learned how to sign other people to his, how to start a label, and they started learning. And so with each of these skills, it wasn't 1 + 1, it was like 1 + 1 + 1 = 10, right? And so like in a formal world, like the world that's not rap, like if someone's good at math, they can learn accounting or bookkeeping first, right? It's like, okay, that's a level 1 skill. And then you learn accounting. Okay, now you're making more. And then you learn how insurance works, and you're like, oh, okay, now you can start to see this person evolve. And then you learn how tax and tax efficiencies work, and you're like, oh. And then you learn how to package and sell businesses and negotiate those deals with private equity and things like that. All of a sudden, that's a CFO. That's
matters. The things we do, the problems we solve, the things we learn, and the people we meet along the way are what make our lives rich and meaningful. It's evident that Alex Hormozi's approach to success is holistic, emphasizing personal growth, authenticity, and a positive mindset as the cornerstones of true wealth and fulfillment. Point number 2, external validation. In A Candid Revelation, Alex opens up about the natural human desire for external validation, a topic he touches upon in this video clip.
I need to do more work on that, who knows?
If you could overcome one thing or eliminate one thing internally to become a better leader to yourself, to quiet the noise
100%.
or help you take a risk in a different way,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about lose all your money, but
Totally.
take the risk to help you accelerate this.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, by any way, but I just believe that it's possible for you to do that.
Yeah.
I believe you can be a billionaire in 2.5 years.
I appreciate it.
If you,
That's the goal.
If you shift
Yeah.
whatever inside of you is holding
Yeah.
you back to get to that space, what would be that one thing to eliminate or overcome internally to make it happen?
Is need for external.
He discusses how, from a young age, many of us are conditioned to seek approval and validation from others, be it our parents, peers, or society at large. This constant need for affirmations can sometimes overshadow our true selves, leading us to make choices that align more with societal expectations than our own desires. While external validation can provide a temporary boost in confidence and self-worth, Alex highlights its potential pitfalls. Relying too heavily on others' opinions can lead to a fragile sense of self, where our happiness and self-worth become dependent on external factors. This can result in a perpetual cycle of seeking validation, often at the cost of our own happiness and authenticity. He emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and introspection in recognizing and overcoming the need for constant validation.
Learn behavior, how we learn to function in society, right? Touch that thing, it hurts, that's we got punished. Okay, your parent tells you to sit down and be quiet and eat, and you learn to sit down and shut up and eat, and then we wonder why adults don't move because we're told to sit when we're running around, right? We
Or
learn
at school, sit down and be quiet.
100%, and we wonder why we eat so much when the reward for everything we did when we were a kid was food, right? We wonder these things. So the reason external validation is so hard, at least for me, is because it's how I learned everything. Is because external validation gave me the directional guidance of what's good and what's not. And then as you get older, it's where am I going to get that validation from? And so I would say that my external validation is still 100% there. It just comes from different sources. So I'm more selective on whose validation I want.
So how much external validation do you need in order to overcome this belief, to go all in and do it in half the time?
Yeah. No, I think I need to be able to validate myself. And
By cultivating a strong sense of self-worth and learning to validate ourselves, we can lead more authentic and fulfilling lives. Alex's observations on external validation lead to a powerful message about authenticity and self-belief. He encourages viewers to believe in their unique journeys, to trust their instincts, and prioritize their own happiness and well-being over societal expectations. By doing so, we not only free ourselves from the constraints of external validation, but also pave the way for genuine connections and meaningful experiences. Alex Hormozi's perspective on external validation serves as a timely reminder of the importance of self-belief, authenticity, and the courage to chart our own paths, even in the face of societal pressures. Point number 3, the essence of a successful venture. Navigating through the business landscape, Alex unveils the characteristics of a successful venture.
I believe, but
there was this one, to consolidate what we were saying earlier, because matters a lot to me.
give it to me.
Most skills can be learned decently with about 20 hours of focused effort. 20 hours. Like the first 20 hours of you actually doing something, you learn the most you're going to learn about the thing. If you just consider by percentage of learning from nothing to 20 hours in, you already have a really good understanding of the thing. The problem is that most people will take years to start the first hour.
He highlights the importance of adaptability, foresight, and a keen understanding of market dynamics.
Yeah, I would need more people faster. I mean, it would just be...
How many people would you need?
I would spend more aggressively on talent acquisition. So I would basically go into from the debt perspective, right? So rather than think of the businesses or the portfolio companies as cash flowing towards me, I would probably take all of the excess that is there and plow it into talent earlier. So right now I live on a certain amount of cash flow, et cetera, from just from the portfolio companies. And I probably have gotten accustomed to that. And so I don't like cutting below that. So if I had to, then I would say all of that money, rather than going to Alex, is going to go into more talent,
Team.
bigger, faster. Yeah, exactly.
Invest
and
in
then
your
they
team.
would amplify, and then they would be able to, we would increase our rate.
You would have less money in the short term over the couple of years,
Yeah.
but then you would have way more money in the long term.
He's a proponent of businesses with low capital expenses, like services and digital entities, underscoring their profitability.
And we went over what leverage was earlier. The best businesses, especially in an inflationary period, are businesses that have low capital expense.
In today's digital age, technology plays a pivotal role in shaping business outcomes. Alex touches upon this, illustrating how innovation reduces costs, broadens access, and creates a competitive edge. He emphasizes the need for businesses to stay updated with technological advancements and leverage them effectively to stay ahead of the game. One of the key aspects Alex delves into is the significance of gross margins in determining a business's health and sustainability. He explains that while revenue is essential, understanding and optimizing growth margins can be the difference between a thriving business and a struggling one. Alex's forward-thinking approach shines through when he discusses the importance of future-proofing one's business.
We build the enterprise value of the asset. So I'd be transferring money into the asset fast. It's like you incur different types of.
In an ever-evolving market, he stresses the need for businesses to be agile, adaptable, and open to change. By anticipating market shifts and being prepared to pivot, businesses can ensure longevity and continued success. His insights into business proficiency provide a comprehensive guide for aspiring entrepreneurs and seasoned business owners alike. His pragmatic approach, combined with a deep understanding of market dynamics, offer a blueprint for business success in the modern era. Point number 4, legacy and wealth.
Family to whatever, like death taxes everyone 100%. Like even if the government doesn't, death taxes everybody 100%. And then time taxes your money to infinity, because like people are like, I want to build a legacy. It's like, that's even just with like within Americana, you know what I mean? Within the times of America, but like you go 1,000 years and there's never been the same superpower over a 1,000-year period. Right. And so we're like, I'm going to leave a legacy. It's like, but that would be like, you know, let's say an ancient Greek saying, I'm going to leave a legacy for my kids when like they might change their currency by, you know, X, Y, Z. And there's so many things. And I've had a real experience with this because my great-great-grandfather was a ruler. And
Alex shares a poignant narrative about his great-great-grandfather, a ruler in Iran. The story underscores the transient nature of wealth and power. Generations come and go, and the vast empires and fortunes of the past often fade into obscurity. Alex emphasizes that true wealth isn't just about accumulating assets, but understanding their impermanence. Alex's concept of a 100% death tax is one of the most thought-provoking.
Death tax, I thought was like, take down like the income taxes and all this stuff, but like the thing that creates the conglomerate at the top is that if, let's say I have $100 billion, right?
That's interesting.
And if I have $100 billion, I'm probably pretty good at managing it because that's why I have $100 billion. So let's say I gain 15%.
So you're holding it. You're not using it yet.
Yeah, let's say I gain 15% on my assets. So I make $15 billion, right, on my assets. It is so hard for anyone to make that up in a lifetime with just the one, and like that might be my kid who gains 15 and the next year he gains 20. Like, and so the compounding effect of the wealth is across generational is where I think it gets crazy. But if there were 100% death tax, because obviously this is aligned with my belief that all of it disappears anyways. So this is obviously Alex's 2 cents in the world. But it's just basically dramatically lower the income taxes. I think income taxes should be like as close to zero as possible, and then make the capital gains taxes higher because that's only going to really affect.
He speculates on its potential impact on wealth distribution and societal dynamics. Would billionaires become more philanthropic? Would one's desire for wealth change if they knew that it could not be stored indefinitely? Alex's propositions challenge us to rethink our traditional notions of wealth and legacy. Alex delves deep into the human psyche, suggesting that our desire for legacy stems from an intrinsic fear of mortality.
Your thought experiment.
What do you think would happen if it was 100% death tax?
I think that billionaires would become far more giving. And as they approach the...
We yearn to leave an external mark, to be remembered, and to make our existence count. But, as Alex points out, even the most grandiose legacies can fade with time. Instead of focusing solely on what we leave behind, Alex encourages us to cherish the present, make meaningful connections, and create a legacy of positive impact. In today's digital age, legacy has taken on new dimensions. Alex discusses this and emphasizes how social media, technology, and global connectivity have changed how we view and create our legacies. It's no longer just about wealth and assets. It's about the ideas we share, the communities we build, and the positive change we instigate. In conclusion, Alex Hormozi's perspective on legacy and wealth challenges us to think beyond material accumulation. It's a call to introspection, to define our values, and to create a legacy that resonates with purpose, impact, and genuine connection. Drawing from Alex's insights on legacy and wealth, it becomes evident that the road to success is not without its fair share of hurdles. But as we transition into the next segment, Alex sheds light on how these challenges can be the very catalysts for unparalleled growth. Point number 5, challenges and growth. Alex opens up about his personal battles, revealing that even the most successful individuals struggle with self-doubt and insecurities. He emphasizes the importance of showing vulnerability, not as a weakness, but as a strength. By acknowledging our fears and limitations, we pave the way for genuine self-awareness and growth. Alex believes that failing is not a setback, but a way to get better. By utilizing his personal experiences, which he shares in this video, he demonstrates how every setback teaches us a valuable lesson that helps us grow as humans and business owners. Instead of fearing failure, Alex encourages embracing it as an integral part of the journey to success. During this podcast, Alex Hormozi recounts a particularly challenging period in his entrepreneurial journey. He speaks of a time when his business was on the brink of collapse, facing mounting debts and dwindling clientele. The pressure was immense, with sleepless nights and constant doubts plaguing his mind. He shares a specific anecdote about a crucial deal that fell through at the last moment. This setback was a significant blow, as the deal was supposed to be a lifeline for his struggling business. The disappointment was evident, and many around him advised him to cut his losses and move on. However, Alex's unwavering determination and belief in his vision pushed him to persevere. He recalls spending countless hours revisiting his business strategy, seeking feedback, and making necessary adjustments. Through sheer perseverance, he managed to secure another deal, which not only pulled his business out of the red, but also set it on a trajectory of growth. This experience, as Alex emphasizes, taught him the invaluable lesson of perseverance and the importance of passion in driving one's endeavors. He believes that challenges are inevitable in any journey, but it's the response to these challenges that defines success. In the ever-evolving landscape of business, Alex stresses the importance of continuous learning and adaptation. He believes that growth is not a destination, but a continuous journey. By staying curious, seeking knowledge, and being open to change, we can ensure that we are always evolving, both personally and professionally. We'll now transition to another pivotal topic he delves into: the future landscape of business.
Because every other time that I've started something, it has been from a place of lack. It has been from a like, well, this is what's going to not make me poor. You know what I mean? Like the gyms was all about that, and then I lost it all. So the second time was all about that again.
Wow.
So this time I'm starting not like that. And I know what it got like before we sold the company.
Alex offers a balanced perspective on the evolving landscape of business, emphasizing the transformative power of technology. He believes that while technology has democratized access to resources and opportunities, it has also intensified competition. Innovations such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and virtual reality are not only reshaping industries, but also redefining the very essence of business operations and consumer interactions. Alex touches upon the growing importance of sustainability and ethical business practices in the video. In an era where consumers are becoming increasingly conscious of their choices, businesses that prioritize environmental and social responsibility are likely to thrive. Alex believes that the businesses of the future will not just be profit-driven, but purpose-driven, aligning their objectives with global sustainability goals. In a rapidly changing business environment, the ability to pivot, learn, and adapt is paramount. He emphasizes that businesses that remain rigid in their approaches are likely to be left behind, while those that embrace change and continuously innovate will lead the way. Alex also delves into the dynamics of globalization and its implications for local businesses. While globalization offers vast opportunities for expansion and collaboration, it also brings challenges in terms of cultural understanding, regulatory compliance, and local competition. Alex advocates for a balanced approach where businesses think globally but act locally, ensuring that they make a positive impact in every community they operate in. In conclusion, Alex Hormozi's vision for the future of business is both optimistic and practical. He thinks that even though there will be problems, they can be solved with the right attitude, the ability to adapt, and a dedication to doing things in an ethical and environmentally friendly way. As we wrap up this enlightening journey through Alex Hormozi's powerful insights, a clear narrative emerges. Getting rich isn't just about the accumulation of wealth. It's a holistic journey that encompasses personal growth, mindset transformation, and the relentless pursuit of innovation. In a world where the rules of wealth are constantly evolving, Alex's simple yet profound advice stands as a beacon, illuminating the path to not just financial abundance, but a life rich in purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Thanks for joining us. If Alex's insight resonates with you, consider diving deeper into his wisdom, and remember that the journey to wealth and success is a personal odyssey that is unique yet attainable for each one of us. Stay tuned for more enlightening content, and until next time, keep growing, keep innovating, and remember, wealth is not just about the destination, but the journey that leads us there.